If you do not mind, then appreciate my efforts by subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much in advance.
Welcome to Special News Channel. A new crisis is at the door between Russia and the West. This time at the center of the crisis is Russia's semi-external region, Kaliningrad. Located in the Baltic Sea, the region has found itself at the center of geopolitics this year, after Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24th. Kaliningrad, which is extremely important from a strategic point of view, once again confronted Russia and the West as the war in Ukraine continued. Lithuania, on the other hand, is preparing for war in case it's dragged into the Ukraine war. Russia is pursuing big moves to increase its military presence in Kaliningrad, which is stuck between Poland and Lithuania. Kaliningrad, a semi-external region of Russia located on the Baltic Sea and separated from the country's mainland by Lithuania, Latvia, and Belarus, has triggered a new crisis in the region. Lithuania's decision to block the transit of certain goods on the EU sanction list from its territory to Kaliningrad has once again brought Russia and the West into conflict, while the war in Ukraine has been going on for 10 months. After NATO member Lithuania blocked the transit of these goods to Kaliningrad, Russia warned that its response could be harsh. In a series of statements, Moscow also strongly criticized the country's rail transit restrictions from Russia to its semi-external region. While Russia can reach Kaliningrad by rail via Lithuania, the region surrounded by NATO members has been at the center of the discussions lately. A strategic and military asset for Russia, Kaliningrad is the only Russian port in the Baltic that is free of ice all year. Kaliningrad's geopolitical location is strategically and militarily advantageous for Russia. It is Russia's only port in the Baltic Sea, and the Russian Baltic Sea Fleet is stationed there. Russia also has nuclear missiles in Kaliningrad, placing them within close range of major European capitals. From the Czechs came the striking Kaliningrad coup against the Russians. Another bombshell for Putin from the Czechs, who decided to annex the isolated Kaliningrad region of the country to save Kaliningrad from the hands of Russia. A map was shared showing Kaliningrad divided in two, with the upper half marked with the Czech flag and the lower half with the Polish flag. A referendum decision was taken for Kaliningrad by the Czech authorities. After Moscow sent troops to Ukraine, Lithuania imposed EU sanctions and closed its borders to Russia. Their army is also preparing for any potential Russian aggression. We have to start thinking as if we are living in a war, Lithuanian Defense Minister Arvydas Anušauskas told reporters in the small central town of Rukla on October 8th. On the other hand, Poland's defense minister announced on Wednesday that the country has decided to build a barrier on Russia's eastern border with the Kaliningrad outer region, and that work will begin on the same day. In connection with this, Blaszczak stated that he will begin work on the construction of a temporary barrier on the border with Kaliningrad Oblast by the engineers of the Polish army. On the other hand, Lithuanians remain calm, but we can say that they are preparing for a possible conflict. At the moment, there is a sense of resilience among the authorities and the local population, ready for Lithuania's drift into the Ukrainian war. Vyshtytis borders the Kaliningrad region, a heavily militarized Russian exclave bordering Poland and Lithuania, where Moscow reportedly holds nuclear weapons. And critically, the exact number of soldiers originally stationed there is unknown, but estimates range from 9,000 to 200,000 military personnel. While Russia's occupation movement in Ukraine continued with many failures, the annexation blow from the Czechs shook Russia badly. After Russia's illegal annexation of parts of Ukrainian territory in the southwestern region of the country, politicians in the Czech Republic came up with a bombshell idea of partitioning Russia's Kaliningrad region. Kaliningrad is 663 kilometers west of the rest of Russia. Also, this region is sandwiched between Poland and Lithuania. Originally founded by Teutonic Knights in the 13th century, the city, also known as Königsberg or King's Rock, eventually became the capital of Prussia and was later captured by Poland, Germany, the Soviet Union, and now belongs to Russia. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Kaliningrad became an outer region of the Russian Federation and became quite isolated in the region over time, when the Baltic states joined the European Union in 2004.